everyone, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Confessions of a Paper Addict design team layout. So I am working with this super awesome Stitched Diamonds cut file. So I've spent a little bit of time stitching away at this cut file. I was really drawing on the Paige Evans Scenic Route color scheme because that's the collection I'm working with here. Because this cut file really reminded me of the paper that came in that collection, and I really wanted to play with one single photo on this, and it's just a single 3x4 because I really wanted as much of that beautiful stitching to show through as possible. There is so much stitching going on in the background that I didn't want to lose too much of that by covering it up with too many embellishments. I really wanted it to be the highlight. I just adore it and I love the way it came together, that I really want to make sure you're really getting the full brunt of it in my layout. So you can sort of see the basic idea of what I'm doing here. I'm just having a play with the little bits of ephemera. Once I'm kind of okay with how this is looking, I think I should stop sort of laying it out and start actually sticking it all down. So I'm going to pull it all apart now and actually work properly. So I've stuck that piece of card down. It's quite large. It's larger than 3x4. It's probably more like 4x5 maybe. And I'm just tucking in a few other odds and ends. So a few tags and a few ephemera pieces that I've cut in half, as well as a whole bunch of those fussy cut flowers. I'm almost completely out of the fussy cut florals. I fussy cut the 2 whole pages of florals that come in this collection, and I've nearly used them all. I think I've got 1 left. I also cut those 2 shiny blue foiled ephemera pieces in half. They're kind of a bit like doilies or mandalas, and I'm just going to layer those in underneath the photo, sort of on the side of the photo, just to add a little bit of color, a little bit of shine, and just to help fill in that sort of, I kind of want the surrounding the photo to be quite full, so fill it all in. Now I'm taking this larger sized flower and I'm popping it up on foam to stick it a little bit over the photo and to fill in that sort of gap that floral piece made there. I'm going to put the title "Take Me Away" because I think this is night number 1 of our honeymoon. May not have been night 1, but it is definitely us on our honeymoon. Super excited, hence why the wine glass is all about my ring on my finger. All these things you do. This is about 3 days after we got married, I think. So definitely the shiny excitedness has not worn off yet. So I am layering up all those sides again, pulling in some of those puffy love hearts that came off the thicker sheet, as well as some of those sparkly enamel dots that came in her sort of enamel dot pack, I guess you would call it. They're not really enamel dots, but you know what I mean. I decided to just use the circle ones for those because I have used the love hearts from the puffy sticker sheet. Popping up that other little pink floral piece on foam as well, and then popping down my title. The title is super subtle. It mixes in, that navy color mixes in really well with what else is going on, so it certainly doesn't jump in your face that there's a title down there, which I'm perfectly okay with. As I said, I really kind of want a big cluster and photo of stuff sort of congregating in this one little space, and then I want the whole rest to just be about this stitched file. It's kind of like having a really white space background, but obviously I've got a beautiful stitched background, and I just love the effect that has. That texture with all of that stitching is just gorgeous. So if you haven't explored stitching cut files, I highly recommend you do it because all the holes are done for you and it is so easy breezy. You can sit on the couch and just stitch away. If you're someone that likes like cross stitching or long stitch or embroidery or anything like that, it is just as nice and relaxing as that. The holes are already there and you can just kind of flow through it as you like, which I really enjoy. I probably find it a bit more soothing than backing a cut file with paper. And it's just a really nice, different look to add to your paper scrapbooking collections, which I just love. So I am up to my finishing touches now with a few splatters, so I better remind you to check that description box down below, because you will find the link to the Confessions of the Paper Addict Etsy shop, direct link to this specific cut file. You'll also find a link to the COAPA Cut Files Facebook group, which is such a lot of fun. I definitely recommend popping into that Facebook group. There's a lovely bunch of ladies and gents that share their layouts and their inspiration with us over there, not just about cut files, but there is also free cut files that Virginia gives away throughout the month, so it's definitely worth being part of that group. So thank you so much for watching my layout today. I hope you have enjoyed this process video, and I cannot wait to see you all next time. Bye everyone.